What's up, guys? Now, you've all seen the news, you've all seen the title of the video. I don't need to speak too much, but New Jeans has returned, and we're going to get into everyone's feelings about it and my feelings about it, give our opinions, check comments, and you guys make sure you comment down below your opinions. How do you feel about New Jeans returning as a 4-person group?
We're having a New Jeans summer, but at what cost? Is Hype trying to replace Manon? And is she trying to send us a message? What does it mean? But what about the Daniela hate video? Guys, this is crazy. The biggest New Jeans question that we've had this entire time is finally being answered because we finally got a teaser and we finally know. How many members is New Jeans going to be? As we all know, Danielle was, if I may say so, quite rudely removed from the group, and she's still dealing with litigation right now. It's a whole mess. But the question was always up in the air regarding member Minji. Is she signing back with the company? Is she going back to the company? Is she going to be part of New Jeans? Is New Jeans actually going to be a trio? Because up until then, we only had confirmation that Honey, Hidden, and Han had gone back to Adore. In fact, back in May, this is the last thing that Adore had to say about Minji. We have no specific details to provide at this time. We would appreciate it if you could understand that discussions are generally proceeding in a positive direction. Well, now we have our first look at all 4 members together in a video titled 2026 Summer of New Jeans, and then a video for all 4 members and some pictures while we're at it as well. Let's take a little look at this video. And Minji is, of course, the first one. Another thing of note is because as this video progresses, it's like one member joins another member. And I notice how the thumbnail itself has 4 members on it. So there's no mistaking whether, Danielle will make a surprise appearance. I don't know if anyone was really expecting that, but just something of note.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, do you guys expect them to work as a 4-person group? Let me know in the comments. I don't know right now. Honestly, I can't predict it. I don't know. Will they work as a 4-person group? Depends how much you guys think Danielle was. Obviously, she's important to the group, obviously, but depends. Certain people can leave groups and the group can continue. It happened with Le Seraphim, right? I mean, what's her name now? I forget her name, but she left and they still did fine. I mean, she left pretty early. It's not like a New Jeans situation where she's left after them being together for 4 years, but I don't know.
So all 4 members together, and then at the end, we have a surprise appearance by Danielle. Just kidding. But there's a bunny, which probably represents her. I would love to know how you guys feel about this, how you guys feel about New Jeans making a comeback with 4 members without Danielle. Are you going to be boycotting? Are you going to be supporting regardless? Let's read some of the comments. We want Danielle back. I need Danny. New Jeans is 5. New Jeans is OT 5. It's them, but it doesn't feel the same without Danielle. Danielle, no! I'm crying, I'm sobbing, I don't know what to do. This is New Jeans. We want Danielle. It literally feels like someone's missing. I know it's not the same without Danielle, but we can't do nothing. OMFG, bring Danielle back. Adore. A lot of people talking about Danielle, how it feels like something's missing without Danielle. I mean, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the members who had to go back to a company who is actively suing one of their former members for a large amount of money, a huge amount of money? It's really bittersweet because the instrumental is just so reminiscent of New Jeans. It really evokes a specific emotion that old New Jeans really evoked. Okay, whatever. But if it looks like New Jeans and sounds like New Jeans, but it's not New Jeans, you know the saying, like, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, then it is a duck. But what if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, but that duck's actually trying to sue you and your mother? Then what is it? Well, maybe actually the duck is New Jeans, but then the duck would be Hybe or Adore. What do you think about this, okay? Cats, I recently...
Guys, I mean, look, we got a couple of clips I want to react to quickly, but you guys, first of all, my thoughts initially from seeing this, will it work? I don't know. You guys, because I'm fairly new when it comes to listening to K-pop, so you guys in the comments will have to let me know if there's been a situation like this in the past where it's actually worked. But personally, in my opinion, I'm kind of just annoyed as someone who only just got into not only like for the last year, I want to say I just got into New Jeans. And for this to happen, and honestly, New Jeans as a group, for me, my first impressions of them were they're just different to any other group that you see. You know what I mean? Especially for someone who is a new listener of it, I feel like they're the perfect group to get into. So they were and are, and I guess we'll see if they still will be, but I feel like they were the perfect group to get into, because it's like, I can't lie, some K-pop can be really cringe, like for certain, like some people, like, you know, like, I think all K-pop is bubbly, but you get the overly too much. Like, I don't know off the top of my head right now, but also, I don't know, like New Jeans is, for me, they were just in a class of their own. Like, not to overly gas them. Some people might be like, oh, there's this group, that group. I get it. I am new to K-pop in terms of listen. I only listened to probably like a couple groups, but for me, New Jeans was just like tier of their own. Let me know, how do you guys feel about, we're going to react to a couple more clips here. There's another clip that I've seen about the clothing that I wanted to react to that was pretty interesting.
I have some very immature thoughts about the New Jeans comeback, but I know everyone's having the same exact question, so I'm just going to rip off the band-aid, take it for the team. Here we go. Number one, New Jeans and Islet are going to meet at some music show, reality TV show, and all eyes are going to be on them, whether or not they're bowing respectively, acting like they're friends, same company, same family. How are they going to handle these things? On that note, so Hybe and Adore is going to PR train every single show member, person involved, whenever they go publicly, to not mention Danielle at all, the past, Eyelid, Minijin, Pang Jiak, entire lawsuit, in a year and 4 months, out of picture, doesn't exist.
That's crazy though. They're going to be on I didn't even know this. Did you guys know this? Watch this now. They're going to be on an award show together soon. I get it. They're going to do that because they just want to like, they just get them together, let everyone talk about it and get it out of the way, which obviously as a company is smart to do. Just get it out of the way. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know.
And in case you guys don't know, Minijin also opened her own record, OK Records, took a bunch of Adore people that was under her helm and now are producing, and they're working on an entirely new boy group, which I assume based on her track record, the attention that she already has, are going to do well. So when they come out in a music show, music reality TV show, and they interact with the New Jeans, are the two going to say hi to each other? Do they awkwardly avoid each other? If they have to both share a stage and one is first place, the other is second place, and they're doing the, oh, this week's winner is, do they congratulate each other? Are they going to replay or perform their old songs? I mean, of course, because they're all hits, they're great, but then they're going to fill Danielle's gap with just the four of them. I mean, we've seen this done before. Big Bang, obviously not the same case here, but they went from 5 to 4 to 3, and they're still doing okay, but I mean, how are they going to fill that awkward gap? With heavy criticism already underway for their comeback footage, their individual shots, and the video that, in my opinion, was highly awkward, I wonder what they're going to do here, because what brought them all the way here is no longer here, and what kept them relevant, unfortunately, was the controversy, of course, on top of their great artistry before. So not addressing it is going to be a problem. Addressing it is going to be a problem, and they're missing 20% of their team, with the folks that are involved in their drama controversy heavily still active in the industry. What are they going to do? Let me know your thoughts. I have some very
Yeah, good video. Look, my opinions on, first of all that is, first of all, Minijin starting a new company. How do I feel about that? We'll have to see how she does. I know a lot of people are very 50-50 on her, because some people think she's basically the reason why, or she basically started off this whole thing and didn't manage it properly and didn't give the girls proper advice. I mean, honestly, she does have some blame for this, because, you know, you were their manager and they're all, like all New Jeans, they're all very young, right? They're all like from like 19 to like 22, right? So realistically, they probably look to you for help and probably look to her for advice, and look how it turned out. In terms of the award show and having to meet, yeah, they're probably just gonna, again, not talk about it. Probably the best thing to do. I know people will get annoyed by that, but I think, in my opinion, with music artists and just how music controversy works, and I guess just, I don't know, being alive for a long time and seeing how the internet works, I feel like if the music's good, eventually people are gonna just move on. Like, eventually. I thought people will still want Danielle back. I want her back, but I feel like eventually people will just move on if the music's good. And key point in this, we don't even know if Minijin's even back. We don't even know if she's back. She was in the videos, but we don't even know if she's gonna resign. I'm guessing she probably will, seeing as she's been in the videos with them, but we don't actually know. Oh yeah, sorry, I just had to watch back to remind myself. Oh yeah, and the videos that they took, honestly, people saying that it was very awkward. I don't know, like I kind of got that same feeling, but did I get that feeling because I know, obviously, because you obviously have to assume that the other 4 members probably want Danielle back, and all 4, like, it was, even though Danielle was the only one that left, you have to remember it was all the members that felt like there was some, I don't know, they felt some, I guess, distrust, some disrespect from the company, you know, all that stuff with Illit. All the members felt like that, right? So I can kind of get where people might get the awkwardness from, because it's like they're having to come back to a company where they complained about without one of their members, like he said, that's actively being sued, and we're still gonna have to work at the same company as the group that, you know, allegedly, potentially, we had some problems with. So is it because of that, or does the video just look awkward? You guys let me know what you think. I personally think it might just because of everything that's gone on. Maybe that's why it looks awkward, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Well, here we go, guys. I got another one from the same creator. I think in this one, he talks about the clothing and something else that I was very interested in, but I'll let you guys see it for yourself.
Video, so I'm sorry. I don't like this. Let me explain. On the 4-year anniversary of their debut, Adore/Hybe released a series of videos, footage, content about New Jeans basically coming back. Starting with this video on their Instagram, individual shots of the 4, and then them all together. To top it off with this main video with the 4 remaining members coming one by one, holding hands, looking at the grass, seeing a bunny come up, and going, what should we do? And of course, missing in that video is Danielle, who is no longer part of the group, facing lawsuits from that company, and just posted this post basically in response, in my opinion, of that content coming out, with the caption, "Life gets cloudy sometimes, but the light always finds its way back in." What's fascinating about this comeback, and almost like a rebrand with the 4 members, is its sharp contrast to how they debuted 4 years ago. If you recall, New Jeans didn't really have a build-up. There were no individual shots like this new comeback did on Instagram. There's no teasers, there's no weird concept videos. It was just boom, attention, official music video, and everyone went wild. If you don't remember, this was new, especially for the time, bringing back Y2K vibes. This assortment of girls by Bingjin and Adore felt refreshing. That's why people went crazy. For what it's worth, K-pop groups with breakups, people leaving, is not a new thing that has been done relatively successfully before, with things like TVXQ or Dongbangjingi, EXO over the years having multiple departures, SNSD having Jessica leave very famously. You guys might be too young for this, but Jay Park used to be the leader of 2PM, a JIP boy group, and he left, came back quite successfully, obviously. You even have Le Sserafim, which had a member leave a couple of weeks after debuting because of past history. But this feels different. I think it feels different for a number of different reasons. One, the internet has never been so accessible, so widespread. K-pop has never been so widespread, so accessible. So this became a national, global conversation, and it's still an ongoing litigation. Also, in every case I just mentioned of member departures, it was typically members versus the company, members leaving the group. But this was a fight amongst 2 adults, 2 big public figures in the K-pop space that became politicized. And in my personal opinion, it ultimately just became them being the victims of a year and 4 months of hiatus, a not full 5-member comeback. And amongst this, they're gonna have to come back and navigate this controversy and pretend like Danielle is just not there? Let me know your thoughts. I'm sorry I was biased today. I'm not pleased. Would love to hear more. New Jeans is back, and I'm gonna be...
Yeah, I completely agree. I think I can't remember what video I seen, but what it said in the video about the clothing, it said that they were wearing basically similar clothing to what Illit had worn in a different video, and apparently they might be using Illit's manager now. You guys let me know if that's true. If that is true, kind of crazy that you would give them Illit's manager. I don't know. I thought it was kind of crazy. Me personally, I don't know if I'd want the same manager as the group that I allegedly had some sort of problems with or a little bit of tension with. Now, I completely agree with this video. It is sad that they have to come back like this, the way they have to come back, the way it was handled. Honestly, it's so... See, when stuff like money and stuff like... and I guess politics is involved in a way, it just kind of ruins everything. Because realistically, what should have happened is they should have found a way to bring them back as a 5-person group, because that's how good this group was. Like, if you listen to them, most of their song, like I'm sure you guys have K-pop groups that, you know, you think I've put out banger after banger after banger. Well, what K-pop group put out banger after banger like these guys have done it? Like, I'm sure people have their own. Maybe it's because I'm biased and I like them, but you know, if you listen to them, like, every year, just better, and they're on track probably to be one of the best groups to ever have been around, at least in my opinion, just because, again, of their style. They were so much different. They were just good, basically, guys. And for me to only have got into them this, like, last year, and then already be down to a 4-person group, it is sad. You know, it is very sad. But you guys, you know, let me know what you think. What you think about Danielle's put. Actually, before we go, let's read some of the comments quickly, just before we go. No, we just started to hear from the new Jeansification of K-pop. I'm not ready to go back. Look, guys, I think maybe they'll do well without her anyway. You know, maybe we'll still get bangers. You guys don't know. I mean, look, obviously one member being gone is a big thing, right? Obviously, I'm not denying that, but we could still get bangers, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to support the group? Because it's like, you want to support the 4 members, but at the same time, you do miss Danielle being there. I think it's all just a mess up situation. Obviously, if there's more updates on this, I will post more videos on this. But you guys let me know what you think. What do you think about, you know, New Jeans not been around? What do you think about them coming back? How do you feel it's gonna be when they have to interact with Illa? If Hybe decide to do another big song with like they just did with Le Seraphim, Illa, and another group, sorry, I forget the name. Was it Katsai or was it, I forgot the name, who it was, but will they do one with New Jeans? Will New Jeans be added? Will we get an Illa and New Jeans song? Who knows? But let me know what you think in the comments below. All I know is I just wish there was still a 5-person group. And that's how I end it. But for more content like this, make sure you come back to my channel.